Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Boardmasters with me, Chris Mullins. And I just finished recording the unboxing for Endangered New Species, and just through the process of unboxing that, it sort of inspired me to film this video and talk about something and ask the question about, do board game designers and makers and everyone involved in the production of board games need to do more to help protect the environment? Because I was surprised and a little disappointed, to be honest, when unboxing Endangered. Not because of the quality of the game or anything, that all looks gorgeous, but it is a game all about trying to protect endangered species. And one of the major threats that comes up throughout many of the scenarios is climate change and also plastic pollution, particularly the sea turtles one. The sea turtles board is almost exclusively plastic filled ocean tokens. And yet, in that, I got this collection of spare baggies, leftover baggies, that many of them completely unwarranted, really. I guess they're there if people wanted to bag up each deck individually for whatever reason. But for a game that's trying to promote awareness and protect wildlife, I guess, against plastic pollution, to include a whole bunch of plastic bags that aren't really necessary, as well as obviously coming wrapped in shrink wrap, which is just going to go straight into the bin. It's not really great, is it? Let's be honest. I mean, it's doing as much harm, probably more harm than good, by the end of the day, with the amount of. I mean, I guess most board gamers they won't bin these ever. You know, you're a board gamer when you've got a massive supply of spare baggies, but you'd think they would endeavour to ensure that they weren't the ones providing non-essential single-use plastics, basically. And you compare that to Canopy, which I unboxed on the channel last week, and this is a game all about creating the most balanced rainforest, and is obviously doesn't have anywhere near the same sort of theme in terms of driving awareness of plastic pollution and things like that. And yet it came wrapped in brown paper, printed brown paper, which was really nice. I really like that touch. And throughout the whole unboxing, there was no plastic to be seen. It was wooden meeples in both, but the cards were wrapped in paper sleeves as opposed to your standard baggies. And as I already mentioned, instead of shrink wrap, it was brown paper. And it's just little differences and little changes. And that's basically what the fight against plastic pollution and climate change is. It's asking everyone to make little changes. It's not about anything dramatic. And are we at the point really where we should be demanding that all games are packaged that way? Instead, I mean, it's literally a cost thing, I guess, because obviously shrink wrap is extremely cheap and easy to get hold of, whereas printed brown paper is going to cost a lot more. But we have got ourselves in this issue because for decades people have done the cheap, easy thing instead of what needs to be done and spend the extra money to actually help. And I guess us as gamers are a big part of that because, you know, we should be demanding it, in my opinion. And me personally, I would be happier to pay a few quid extra on the addition to get renewable or recyclable packaging as opposed to the endless shrink wrap and things that I throw away after doing these videos. And even if it was a stretch goal in a campaign, that these campaigns had a stretch goal for renewable packaging, it would be far more valuable, in my opinion, than just like, oh, here's an extra miniature or an extra character that you'll probably never get around to using because it's more content and let's feed the FOMO. Let's actually do something to help the planet that we're on, maybe. A little change, like less inessential baggies and less shrink wrap and more brown paper and just things like that. I just think, should they be doing more? Absolutely, but that has got to come from us first and foremost. So I know it's an emotive topic, and I know many people will probably disagree vehemently with what I've got to say, but I'm more than happy to get into a dialogue with any of them. So yeah, feedback down below, comment, let me know your thoughts and feelings on it. I struggle to see the downside other than obviously the cost, but given the way crowdfunding and everything goes these days, and I suppose it's different if it's going straight to retail because maybe those costs aren't then factored into the price. But if you've got a crowdfunding campaign, it really should be one of your first stretch goals, in my opinion. And then just ignoring it is just not justifiable in this modern day and age. But that is my two penneth, putting the worlds to rights, and that's it for this video. So again, let me know your thoughts and feelings on it. So thank you for watching. Look after yourself, stay safe, and have a good one. Bye bye now.